The president says that commercial lending should be for goods of frivolity such as spirits and perfumes, for infrastructure, manufacturing, and for some of the services such as tourism. The borrowing must be concessional, low interest, and taking long to be paid back.
Affluence was only in Western Europe, North America, that is USA and Canada, and Japan. The rest of the world was in poverty. The huge country of China was number 8 in the hierarchy of development. This scenario of having a small aristocracy of rich societies accounting for only 30% of the human population at that time was being regarded by those that had no eyes.
Museveni says that the pseudo-economists are parasites that favor the shameful, narrow-based growth of the world economy. Uganda is working for broad-based socio-economic transformation.
This will be good for the consumers and producers of wealth. In order to achieve global affluence, we must get rid of exploitative phenomenon of commercial lending.
Uganda's permanent representative to the United Nations in New York, Ambassador Adonia Ayebare, reiterated Uganda's commitment as the chair of the G77 plus China and the non-aligned movement NAM to cooperate with the United Nations in achieving the set targets of the Sustainable Development Goals. Ayebare says that the G77 plus China calls for urgent action on debt sustainability for development and calls for reforms in financial architecture.
The debt challenges of developing countries remain elevated, with external debt reaching a record level of 11.4 trillion in 2022, and an increase of 1.9%. This state of affairs has resulted in debt service burdens, including the high debt service costs that crowd out vital investments and constrain progress.
The President of the United Nations General Assembly, Dennis Francis, says that there must be a paradigm shift from rhetoric to action if sustainable development goals are to be achieved.
With other critical dimensions of the Assembly's work, including sustainable development. As you know, the thrust of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development is the better advantage to be enjoyed by society as a whole from transitioning to a more sustainable, more resilient, more equitable and stable world.
Achieving debt sustainability and socio-economic equity necessitates a well-coordinated multilateral effort to reshape and reform the international financial architecture, especially the international financial institutions, so that they can better support and facilitate sustainable development in the world. The week-long high-level thematic debate offers an opportunity to identify the challenges on the pursuit of debt sustainability and shine a spotlight on the implications of the current debt crisis on developing nations, with a view of accelerating national and international action to achieve socio-economic equality for all.